made a trip to McKays down in Nashville, Tennessee. I'll show you what I picked up while I was down there, right after this. What's up everyone? T-RAVIS here, and like I said, had to go to Nashville, Tennessee for an appointment, and while we were down there, someone had told me about this place called McKays, and never been there before, didn't know what to expect, but the person who directed me is a huge movie buff, and they go down there all the time to buy movies and stuff like that. So we had a little time to kill, so we stopped in there. Man, what a place! How do I describe McKay's? It's kind of like, you may know, what is it, FYI store that has a little bit of everything in it. It's like that times 10. It was huge. Spent about a little over an hour there, and they have records, CDs, comics, regular paperback books, Funko Pops, toys, musical instruments, video games. They had everything. I seen the big sign that said comics, went up the stairs or took the elevator. We ended up taking the elevator coming back. And went through the whole big thing of comics. And my wife, bless her heart, she kind of knows what I look for, and she went through Funko Pops and stuff, and she actually did find me this Nightwing, Teen Titans Go Nightwing that I liked. Add that to my Batman collection. So I did. That's the only thing besides comics that I picked up. We went down back to the main floor and briefly went through the Funkos and the toys. Oh, I did get this cool, I don't even know who this is, but picked up this Transformer. He was in a bag. I don't know what generation this is. He doesn't have his weapons, but this was like $3. And it's in great shape, and I thought it looked cool, and for that price, you know, I was like, yeah, I'll take it. So I picked that up. Just one of those oddball things. But comics, now the comics, whew, man, they're kind of, see, that's what I end up picking up. Some of these still have the bags on, some I've changed out, but most of these, they're just oddball priced across the board. Some of them were a little higher in price. But most of this stuff here, well, I'll just, some of it, like, I picked up this Batman Dark Knight, the new 52, the David Finch run, a big David Finch fan. I always liked this. I think this was 35 cents. The Venom from that they gave you away at the theaters when you went to see Venom. This was like, what's it say down here? AMC Venom movie, Columbia Pictures official movie collectible. This was 50 cents. Picked up this Everything Archie 107. And why did I pick up well, there was a bunch of Archies, but it just depends on the covers. This has, I don't know if anybody remembers the group, but it's got the Stray Cats on the cover. They're trying to band. Anytime the Archie has like a music group or a monster or anything like that, I have one with a Darth Vader. I always pick it up. I mean, it was like, I don't know, most of this stuff is dirt cheap. Picked up this cool Charlton Comics number 31, Ghostly Haunts. It's a 20-cent comic. I thought it was a cool Charlton horror comic. It's from the 70s. Pretty nice shape. Amazing Spider-Man 546 starts the brand new day If I'm not mistaken, this was a spec a while back, but that was like $1. $3 for a Daredevil 184 in nice shape. I remember that. Moon Knight 199. And there's something, I think this is like Return of the Sun King or something like that. Watchmen for the original series number 8. This one was $3. This is a pretty good shape. They had the whole set except for number 1, and all of them were like $6, $7 a piece, which is not bad really. But for some reason this was $3, and I didn't have any of those. Howard the Duck number 1. This is the facsimile edition. I didn't have this in my facsimile collection. That was like $1. And here's a rare book that a lot of people don't know about. This is Dead Rabbit number 1 by Image Comics. I get the glare off of it. Right there. This book made it 3 issues, and they had to cease publication on it. Something about the title, Dead Rabbit, was already trademarked or something. I don't remember how that went, but they had to redo it. I think the new one's called Dead Eyes or something. It's a great story about this guy. I've read the series, but this is usually kind of a pricey book. I paid like $2 for this, and it is in really good shape. It was in the independent section. Dark Knights, The Batman Who Laughs, Special Edition number 1, one shot. And the reason I picked that up is because it's like you can cut this mask out and wear it. I thought that was kind of cool. I always like these gimmicky covers. It's got a little pair of scissors right here. Shows you where you can cut it out. Picked up a Whitman's Grimm's Ghost Stories. I like the cover. This is from 1972. Just an older horror book. I had a cool cover. And this was $1. This was Defenders number 1, the variant, the Peach Momoko Surfer variant. I mean, that was a pricey book there for a little while. Picked up this Constantine the New 52 number 1. I didn't realize that Jeff Lemire wrote that series. So I'm a Jeff Lemire fan. And Madhouse Comics number 112. Pick this up. These Madhouse Comics, these are Archie series, but sometimes they have like monsters and stuff. There's this creepy guy here, and then it also says this is 35-cent comic, so it's from the 70s. But right here it has Fawcett written on it, right in there. I just thought it was weird. It has a Humpty Dumpty on top, a fly, has a pig dressed in a suit dancing with a cane, and a gorilla playing a guitar. So it's always weird shit. You know. This book here I picked up, it's a little rough, but I don't find these out very much. It was only a couple of dollars, so I don't know what issue number these are. It's from 1965. It's the Gold Key Monsters, one of the books from that series. And, you know, for a couple of dollars, I'm not letting that sit there. Okay, so these right here, Jerry Ordway. I've always been a big fan of Jerry Ordway. And I love the way he draws Superman and his Shazam stuff. So, this stuff here, let's see if they still back. Okay. This stuff here, and I left, this one hasn't been rebagged yet. So, check that out. So, Power of Shazam, number 1 annual, 1996. 5 cents. These are some great stories, great art. Here's number 40 with Mary Marvel on the cover, 5 cents. Number 27, 5 cents. 15, I mean, let's look at those covers. 5 cents, 16, 5 cents. So these are PC books. Number 12 with Black Adam on the cover, 5 cents. And the earliest one I had, they had that I found, which I probably missed the rest of them, was number 9. It's 5 cents. And it's got Black Adam. It's got all the Captain Marvels on there. Junior, Mary. Batman Return, one shot by Grant Morrison and David Finch. I mean, the highest book I paid was like $3 for that Watchmen. Everything else was way cheap. I picked up this Monsters Unleashed #1, the variant cover, just because. And this guy's name, what is his name? Fran Cavill. I love his art. He does great horror stuff. He did a bunch of the Afterlife with Archie covers and art inside. I think he just recently done Ghoul for Dark Horse. That was an awesome book. Book's been optioned. But I just love that cover though. He's a good horror artist. So I couldn't pass it up. It was dirt cheap. Like I said, I've run out of bags of boards, so some of these haven't been done. And this Solomon Grundy series, #1, I always liked this series. I bought it when it first came out. It's by Scott Collins, and I believe he did the art and cover story. Yeah, he did the art and story, but it fits this character perfect. His art, and it's a good story. Solomon Grundy was always one of my favorite villains. Picked up an Invincible Iron Man #1. It's got the cover on it. What do you call that? This is the Bendis run. And then I picked up Invincible Iron Man #2 with Riri on the cover there. Don't give up on Riri. Just because you didn't like her in Black Panther, she's not done. Daredevil 1's 86. That was like $3.25. Its price is still on there. Good old Frank Miller run of that. Avengers $2.49. This was $1.95. It's a newsstand. Love this storyline. This is part of the storyline where they with Walt Simonson, where he opened up the winter casket. Okay, so I'm a big Archie horror fan, and there's a bunch of stuff I missed out on, like this Jughead the Hunger, where he turns into a werewolf or whatever. So I got issues 2 and 3 together for 75 cents, and issues 7 and 8 for 75 cents for both books. And how long has it been since anybody's seen this book? Dawn #1 by Serious Comics. Oh my God, who did this cover? Oh my God, I can't think of the name of that guy. It just went out of my head. But look at this cover. It was $1.75. Look at that. Beautiful cover. Now I gotta know who did it. Linzer, man. Starts with an L. Linzer, I believe. This one's got to be rebagged and boarded. The book's in great shape. But he does a lot of Vaporella covers and stuff now. But that is a beautiful book. And I hadn't seen this one. So, American Mythology Productions. So they do a lot of horror stuff. So this is Elizabeth Lives #1, Academy of the Vampire. So this is I paid $1.50 for this. So this is an homage to Tomb of Dracula #1. And I hadn't seen that, so I picked that up. And if I'm not mistaken, this right here, this is one of the new, this just came out like a couple of weeks ago. Wildcats #1 by DC Comics. This, I paid 75 cents for this. So this is the retro, then they just do a bunch of retro covers, like this was like the retro variant. White, I mean, it's mint, it's bagged and board. But why it's there and why it was 75 cents is beyond me. And some of these have older price tags from wherever they came from. So this is a Bolin Wonder Woman cover. I usually pick those up #99. It's $1.50. Originally from Rick's Comic City, it was $5.99, and so here it's $1.50. And then Wonder Woman 41. So when the Finches were doing it, and that's a David Finch cover, so I had to have that. And for $1.95, good old George Perez, Tales of the Teen Titans Annual #3. This is the last part of the Judas contract. $1.95. And I don't know if anybody's caught on to these, but Space Ghost by DC Comics all have Alex Ross covers. I know 1, 2, and 3 do, and they're kind of pricey, and it's hard to find them in pretty good shape. But this was $1.95. Let me see if Alex did the Joe Kelly. No, he didn't do the inside art. But it's got great art inside, and if you're like me, you was a big Space Ghost fan when you was a kid. Not that coast to coast mess. God, I hate that stuff. And that's it. Not a bad little stack. I've got to go back. I've got to go back when I've got like 2 or 3 hours to spend in there, and I'm not joking, because I do collect, I won't say I collect. This is one my wife picked me up. But I pick up vinyl that I liked, that I used to have, that I should have never got rid of. Switched them all out to CDs. But man, you talk about vinyl, it's everywhere. I mean, it's packed. Then they got CDs all stacked and packed on top of each other. And toys, I mean, if I found this for, what'd I say, $3? Now I gotta figure out how to turn it into a car. It looks like it's a Ferrari or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know what that is. I don't know who this is. I haven't went any further than taking them out of the bag and setting them right here. But that's it. Thanks for watching. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. And collect what you like.